Welcome to Update from the Edge number 8 from the Siouxline Community Garden, where I've just harvested this really sweet pepper. It's harvest time here and things are beautiful. There's an old song from the 1950s that was a satirical song that said lesbians needed to wear masks on our hearts so that nobody could know what we were feeling. Well, I kind of feel like that's happening right now with these masks on our faces. I'm never quite sure to know what somebody is thinking, feeling when I'm talking to them in a mask. And I have to admit, I had a very long conversation going into a store with this person. And towards the end of the conversation, I realized that it wasn't the person I thought I was talking to.
Hey Mom, it's me, your son.
Went on the road again, camping, followed the Mississippi River south. It was great. Between Harper's Ferry, Iowa, and Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin, is sacred burial mounds of many of the ancestors of indigenous peoples here in Iowa and Minnesota and Wisconsin. Other places here today with us, it's their ancestors. This has been an amazing trip. There are burial mounds here that go back 2,500 years, and they are in the shapes of various bears, big and little bears walking across the landscape, and birds. It's amazing. When I'm here, I really just have to think about how long indigenous people living among us, how long their relatives have been living on this land, and how important it is that we teach our children to respect the indigenous cultures among us, and that there were a lot of people here for a very long time before the white settlers arrived. So my word for today is community. Thinking about those communities that chose such beautiful views and thoughtful burials for their people. Thinking about my own community today as we continue to heal from the George Floyd murder and to rebuild, and how my neighbors have placed flowers on the buildings that are still waiting to be taken away, and how the George Floyd Memorial has become sacred space and cared for, and a garden growing. And we have a lot of hard things happening in our community right now. A lot of gunfire, sad murders and killings. But there is a resilience, and I think it's from having connections with one another and being in community. So that's my word for today, community. Thanks for watching this episode of Update from the Edge.